This week, my G87 M2 is back on the channel and we are getting it ready for winter. We're going to be changing out the winglet version of the kit for the flat kit, so it gives it more of a street look over the winter. And as it's going into winter and we're not going to be doing any more track days, I thought I would swap out the seats for some carbon fibre buckets. I woke up yesterday morning and I decided that I hated the HRE wheels that I had on there, only because of the colours. So I'm going to be swapping that out, and you can see I've got stock wheels on it at the moment because the HREs are off getting refurbed in a whole nother colour, and genuinely they look insane. And then as a little bonus round, I've got a little thing to replace these rear reflectors. We've got a comparison between all of the 3 most popular options on the market: overlays, replacements, and CT carbons, full replacements. As ever, me and Nathan have left this really late, so we've got about 20 minutes to get this kit on, so we better get to work.
So whilst we're actually working on Jack's car, behind us up here is another G87 M2, and this customer's come down for some exhaust system changes, which Kai is currently working on over there, which is the single mid pipe, which sounds very nice. We made a video on it not too long ago, so make sure you check that out if you want to hear what these sound like.
Right, so now's a bit of a moment I'm 50-50 on, which is taking this rear wing off, but I do think we need a little bit of a change up on the look, so it's coming off. Realistically, we should replace the boot lid, but we ain't got time to do that today, so. And also, we don't know how long we're gonna run it. I might put the spoiler on and not like it, so I don't want to do anything too permanent. If I do end up liking the spoiler, I'll probably just buy a new boot lid, or I'll just have it filled and done properly, to be honest. That might change that plan a bit. The spoiler looks so good though, which is really annoying. I'm gonna have to get a new boot lid, don't I? That was a bit silly of me, just expecting everything to go to plan, because I know it never does. Ben has just popped downstairs. He's going to help us try and find a stock boot lid, because I can't run it like that. And we're going to Swift Performance this weekend for their breakfast morning. So the car does need to get done. So if we can't, we're going to put the wing back on it, which I'm not too gutted about, but I'm also, the spoiler looks so good. So anyway, whilst that happens, we're going to get the car up in the air and we're going to show you the different options we have for the rear reflector deletes. Right, so we have the 3 different options we're going to show you today. First one is literally the easiest one, and this is just a straight sticker overlay. The good thing about this is that the car will remain legal on the road because your reflectors will still work and they'll still be there, and it's also the cheapest. And to be honest with you, I think this is going to be the solution for 99% of people. Next one is the Axon inserts. So they actually take the reflectors out. You still keep the surrounding gloss black trim, but you get this like nice honeycomb design, which is a bit more sporty and a nice upgrade. They're kind of halfway between this and the next one. And these are the CT carbon fibre inserts. And as you can see, these are a full replacement piece, and they literally just replace that whole gloss black insert. And I think that this will probably end up being the one we go with, just because of how much carbon we've got in the car. We might as well keep it that way. But we're going to install them now and see what we like. So this is option number 1. Again, it's literally just a sticker, it overlays. You can see that there's bits where it blocks it out, but the actual, like, crucially, the light can still get through, so these will remain legal, which is the best thing possible. So now we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to take this out. We're going to show you the Axon one. Now, the normal way to do this is actually probably to unbolt the bumper here, but seeing as we've got real good access underneath the car, I'm actually just going to remove a bit of this heat shield so I can just get my hand up and unclip stuff. So now you can see I can get my hand hopefully fully in there and unclip everything nice and easily. Said no one ever. You know when you remove the whole heat shield and then you realise you ain't got to do that? Because you could just unclip it like this. You see, they look fresh. So just so you guys can see, I just clip in. I like that actually. So this bit, I really like it. Obviously, I haven't damaged the car at all whilst putting it in, which is good. Carbon, I think, the only thing is I've got so much carbon on it, I think this might be too, well, nothing happened there. But me and Nate, well, I come up with a good idea, not Nathan, he can't take credit for it. We might, in this little bit here, insert some Millennium Jade wrap, and I think that would be really nice because you'll have a little carbon bit there. Yeah? So should we do that? Are you nodding? Let's do that. All right, so I'm gonna bang this in now, and then Ben, he doesn't know this yet, but he's gonna come and wrap that for us in a second.
And Ben's gonna rewrap this as well.
Why has it got to rewrap? Oh, someone must have done that in the car park. Basically, you don't need to take the heat shield off. Just use a nice little flat squeegee, get it in there. If I didn't have a wrap, I'd be being a lot more careful with my paint. I would have taped all the way along there, but for the sake of speed, and we'll probably change colour next week anyway, so. Right, let's get on with the seats because we genuinely have 20 minutes left. So, gonna get the passenger seat out first. It's literally 4 bolts that hold this seat in, so I've got to push the seat back and access the 2 front bolts, then push the seat forward, then I can get the back 2, and then it's literally just a case of pulling them out. Obviously unplug the seat and the job's a good one. Trick's to put this seat as far forward as it goes, because then it's easy to store. Just removing these super lightweight seats. I have just discovered a problem. The seatbelt thing is attached to the base.
So with the seatbelt, we have now unplugged the seatbelt cable, which is just here. We're going to unbolt that and get that bolted to the new seat mount. The only thing we're going to have to do, Jack, is do a little bit of coding on the car because the car now isn't going to recognise seatbelts properly or airbags.
Will the seatbelt still work?
The seatbelt still will work, yeah.
Oh, because you don't need a sensor on this side. Oh, that's just saying the seatbelt's not plugged in.
Yes.
Got it, but this all still works. Learning. So it's the very next day you join us. The seats are in and they look amazing, but to say they were 4 bolts, we was here a long time, weren't we, Nath?
We was here till 7 o'clock.
There is still some other bits we need to get done. The car has also been cleaned this morning because it did need it. It's now time to change the wheels. I cannot wait to show you how these HREs look because it is insane. Let's get the car on the ramp, change them out.
Oh wait, we need to show them the reflectors as well quick.
Oh yeah,
because
we did a nice job, didn't we, of that?
Yeah.
So you can see the final job we did with the fenders, reflectors, sorry. I think it's quite a nice touch.
Yeah,
Mate,
that
not
looks...
too much carbon, makes them look quite nicely integrated. Something a bit different. Obviously the car is a bit showy, so it makes sense to follow that through. You will also notice there is a cable hanging out the car, and that is basically to code out a load of stuff on the seats because as you can imagine, you're unplugging airbags, all the modules, all of this sort of stuff, which is not our remit to be honest. So we've got the tech wizards on it now that are getting that all coded whilst we sort the wheels out.
So, what we got here then, Jack?
Mate, this is unreal. These are my HRE 521s. They're a 2-piece forged wheel and I've had them refinished. The face is now in a McLaren Stealth Black, and then round the barrel we've kind of mixed our own sauce up, which is basically kind of a shadow chrome black, which has then got a satin lacquer over the top of it, and yeah, I think it looks absolutely perfect.
That is going to look unreal. Before we talk around the exterior, let's talk interior because obviously we have changed out these bucket seats and I am
genuinely amazed with how good they are and how comfortable they are. I thought getting out of my comfort seats, getting into this would be a compromise, but actually in terms of comfort level, this is very, very nice. And I mean, they look like they've got no padding, but I spoke to the guys at Tillett and they said, genuinely, these paddings are just an aesthetic thing. Like, you could run them just completely raw. It's more about the shape of the seat, which is quite interesting to see. But yeah, very, very impressed with this. And you'll also notice, obviously, we've got the M spec. It is a bit kind of M racery, but if you look at the stock M2 seats and you look at the M carbon buckets, that's what inspired these. And if you want to spec these exact seats, you can do. And then they'll match you kind of M on the doors and all the other bits you have around the car. So it is a very, very nice specification that Tillett have done here. If you do want a set, we can sort you out them. Just give us a message, because there's a couple of nuances that you need to work out as well. So it is worth speaking to a specialist like us, so that you don't spend 24 hours trying to put your bucket seats in, because we've already done it for you.
And the coding's a bit of a nightmare, which we've managed to sort.
Yes, and the best thing is that you've got nice bits of Alcantara on here, and then they now match our steering wheel. If you've got kind of like matching OCD, this will satisfy. Let's talk exterior. I'm actually lost for words.
It looks so much better.
Categorically, this is the best this car has ever looked. 100%. The wheels have properly finished it off. I think I've gone off silver wheels now.
Yeah, I do agree, actually.
Yeah, I think I have. I'm going to call this, going forward, I'm going to call this carbon, satin carbon, that finish, because it's literally the same colour as the carbon fibre we've got on the car, but in a satin finish.
So how do you feel about now we've fitted the flat kit rather than the winged kit? Because this is the first time you've run this.
This is the first time I've run the flat kit. For me, I think I like the winglet version. I understand why people like this flat version, and I actually do think it looks really good, but I would possibly take the rear wing off if I had. Obviously, you've seen me had a couple of complications with doing that. So, but if I was going to run this kit, I'd run it with the IDO1 spoiler, and then I think this would look 10 out of 10, 100%. But I think there's a little bit rear bias with the rear wing on it.
Yeah, should we come around the rear and have a look?
Nath just pointed out, one of the benefits of taking the winglets off is that you do get a big chunk of tyre now, especially with these rear whips, big 305s on the back. So the whole rear end of the car actually looks proper meaty now.
It definitely needs a spoiler lip though. I think the wing looks out of place at this point a bit.
Yeah, I do agree. I think we'll have to get a boot lid if I'm going to keep it this way, because, yeah.
But we also said we might unwrap the car as well.
No, you said that. I didn't say that. So, obviously, you can tell we absolutely love this car. We love changing it and modifying it. And to be honest with you, we've got to a point now where I think we need to make a couple of new products. So I want to hear from you guys. If you have an M2 or if you don't, what would you be doing next? I mean, would you do a hood, bonnet, fenders, maybe a more aggressive splitter, maybe some different side skirts? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Obviously, this video was a little bit different. It's a bit of an update video, really, just showing you the car. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop a like and a comment.
Thank you for watching, subscribe.
I'm rusty. I've not done this in a while.